Hello and welcome to the first episode of our podcast. I'm joined here with Joe.
Stop! What's up, guys?
And we're going to be talking about anime we're currently watching, or anime's currently airing. Maybe discuss it a bit, so there could be some spoilers.
And yeah, there's definitely gonna be spoilers. I ain't in control of myself.
So yeah, warning spoilers, just so you know.
Yeah. If you carry on watching it and you get triggered over some spoilers, it's your fault.
And maybe rant about who's the best girl in quintessential quintuplets.
Yeah, that's gonna happen every episode. We could be 200 episodes down the line and we'll still be fucking arguing about it.
A cultured argument. I think first we should go over Nagatoro.
Okay, Nagatoro. What would you say about it so far?
We're on episode 6, and there's a bit more progression going on with the main character and obviously her.
It's my favorite anime ever because it's got Among Us references. It's had multiple.
Episode 1 and 2, you're acting kind of sus on it.
It's just, and there's like always like a bin, and his phone is an Among Us phone. It's red, like the imposter. It's just But it's.
And you haven't seen one teacher. There are no teachers in the school. Whatever school they go to, there's straight up just no
teachers.
No teacher.
Yeah. I enjoy it. It's really weird. I'd say, it's a good anime. It's funny in some ways, but if you're not like into weird anime, then it's pretty bad. Like if you're only like shonens and Attack on Titan, you wouldn't enjoy it.
You got to be a different breed.
Yeah,
to enjoy it.
Yeah. It's a very unique anime. That's the best way I can put it.
Let's not ignore the fact the main character's voice actor is Deku from My Hero Academia.
You can't unhear it. He hasn't changed his voice one bit. It's the exact.
I think
same.
A tiny
voice.
bit has changed, but you can hear it when he's like. It's when he like screams or something.
Yeah, it sounds like Deku crying when he cries and shit.
Yeah.
But it's a good. What would you rate it so far? Like we're just over halfway now. So what would you say?
I'm gonna go 6, 6.5. It's
6.5. I'd give it about 7.
7.
I'd say it's funny. Yeah. I'd say some points it makes me feel awkward, as we're adults, and they're like.
He's like
first years, second years. He's like 15.
Yeah, he's like.
And she's like 14. So it's a bit, at times. But that's anime for you, isn't it?
I saw a comment on someone talking about it, and it was like, she's gonna turn him into a Chad.
It's gonna come in with a Giga Chad meme, fucking yeah.
Yeah. Was it like average shonen watcher, average slice of life watcher, and you've just got the guy with the
Giga Chad, yeah.
The Giga Chad.
You have to admit though, I like shonens.
The black and white image.
But slice of life's best. It's so much more.
There's like
I don't know.
You start off with shonen like Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece.
Yeah.
And then you start watching maybe the romance, the slice of lives, and then it's just slice of lives for like.
I went straight up to the weird shit after Attack on Titan. Do you want to know what my third anime was? Like third, like actual proper anime, not including Pokemon and that.
Which one?
High School of the Dead.
Wait, what was that about again?
Zombies. And then do you remember the scene where the bitch is like, the bullet is going like around
the recoil.
Yeah, and
like the bullet.
That scene.
That's really good animation though. For a joke for a joke of a show, that's decent. Like,
great.
Yeah.
It's such a good show. I highly suggest it if you're into weird anime. High School of the Dead. It's pretty up there. Most people know of it, but if you haven't watched it, watch it.
Yeah.
It's great.
I can see the pillow in the background.
I had to cover it for certain. There's stuff there.
I stole photo.
Yeah, like I stole for some man, so that's why more of it's covered than just here.
Does it have the?
It has the thing. Yes.
It has the thing.
It's not. This one's not safe for work. This one isn't covered with clothes.
I thought none of them were safe for work.
You can get some with clothes on. They're just, I guess what you depend. If you're at a swimming pool, I guess,
Yeah.
things in bikinis and bras is a bit safe for work, but that definitely ain't. There's like balloons on it. They're not balloons, but what looks like a balloon,
Mm.
like a small balloon.
Did you want to talk about the childhood friend won't lose?
It fucked us in the first few episodes.
Again,
Multiple
spoilers.
times.
So the premise is it's called the rom-com where the childhood friend won't lose. And basically what they
Finally,
mean,
we have one.
and then he has like there's other girl and another girl competing, and maybe like 2 others. But the thing is, they're all childhood friends.
Literally, like
So
at the first episode, we only think one of them is, don't we? And then, like, I think
yeah,
on the
it's
third
just
episode,
the
they
short-haired
pull the
one.
rug out from you.
And then
yeah.
there's the other one, but she's also a childhood friend.
Yeah, and
So basically, because you get I think it's episode 3. He confesses to the one you want to win, everyone roots for,
Yeah.
shorter hair. And then obviously and then she's like, she rejects him. She's like, no, just to get revenge on him, even though she wanted to say yes. And she like cries about it later.
And then
Makes
like he gets like all sort of like shy around her, doesn't he? Because she turned him down. And then she gets fucking amnesia. We call it the dementia anime.
The dementia anime. And then the girl, when they're in the taxi, she says she's saying it's fake, like she's faking it. And then the main character, he's like, how do you know? And she's like, oh, it's a girl thing. So I'm gonna believe her and think.
Yeah, I think it's fake. Straight up fake. It just is.
Straight up fake, because then she starts acting nice to him and all after that. I think she's trying to fix what she messed up. But just by...
It makes sense, because it's straight after. Like, after being turned down and him becoming
So
shy.
the opening and ending get my best vote of opening and ending this season.
Really?
Yeah, I've added it to my when the boys aren't around playlist already.
Bro, you should play that with the boys.
Change it with when the boys are around.
I really like the outro. I think the intro is a bit average, but the outro
I like both.
Top tier. It's not a bad intro. It's good. I can.
So the intro's the one with like the 5-second TikTok dance on
it. Every time you see it, you're like, "That's a TikTok dance."
It is. It literally is.
Should we talk about the other anime as well? I shaved and took in a teenage girl.
Like, you couldn't convince someone who doesn't watch anime. You couldn't tell them that title and be like, "It's genuinely good. I swear." Ignore the title. No. It's like what's that? What was the anime movie about the I want to eat your pancreas? But it's genuinely good. It's just called that. Wait.
I haven't watched that. I haven't heard of that.
It's like an emotional one. I want to eat. Yeah, straight up the English title is I want to eat your pancreas.
What the fuck?
It's got an 8 out of 10
name.
on IMDb, 8.6 out of 10 on Mal, and 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like got the Your Name ratings.
That's really good ratings.
That's the name. I want to eat your pancreas.
Oh. But yeah,
I'm gonna talk too much about it because I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one. But yeah, I shaved and took in a teenage girl. It's not what it sounds like. The dude ain't fucking a teenage girl. Don't worry.
He's not. He's
not yet. He's not yet. We don't.
He's Chad of the season.
He is Chad. He has turned down so many women. He is.
Again, this is it's the long-haired one competing with the short-haired one.
So we all know who's gonna fucking lose, don't we?
What's it? Goto-san, isn't it?
Yeah, Goto is the long-haired one.
Who's the short-haired one? I wasn't.
One second. 1 second. Let me. Okay. Yuzaha?
Yuzaha? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
But or Mishima.
The one that tried to harass him for his contact details.
Yeah, that was the latest episode, wasn't it? That was yesterday. Yeah.
That was And you can Sayu, the one he takes in. You can tell she like. I think she genuinely likes him, unlike the other guys who just
she had sex with to live there, and
It's
you
actually
can
really
feel
kind of
for
sad.
her.
It's
Yeah,
actually
it
like,
sucks. Because that would work in real life. That
but
would.
we still don't know why she ran away in the anime, at least.
I think
'Cause
we're gonna
her
probably discover it because there's some shit in the opening
her
that just
brother
shows.
turns up, and they're straight up from a rich family. He drives a Lexus, obviously like quite expensive by itself,
Got a
and he's
personal
in like
driver as well.
and he's So they've got a family business going that's got making a lot of money, or he's in a high up position. Yet she still chose to run away.
So clearly something, maybe something with the
Do you think
parents.
she was
'Cause she said
mistreated?
they wouldn't she must have been in some way.
Yeah, because she didn't even like. Did she just hitchhike all the way? Because
I'm gonna assume so.
Hokkaido to Tokyo is really far.
It's fucking miles. You wouldn't walk that far.
No.
You'd take a
She'd
bus or
she'd
something.
have to like. I don't think she put. I think maybe she just took some money in a drawer or somewhere because they probably. Had
Yeah, she could have taken a bullet train. Like they're not expensive in Japan, so.
Yeah, and it's the whole span of the country, like.
Yeah.
Unlike UK's
So they probably would take
network, rail network.
If a fucking sheep is on our railway, boom,
If there's like a drop of rain, it's cancelled. That's it.
I'm so happy I never have to take the train. It's great. Imagine out being a Londoner but working outside of London or vice versa. That sucks so much.
Do you want to talk about My Hero Academia season 5? I know you're not watching it.
I've watched it, but I've read it, so I know what's happening.
I've just got to episode 8, and episode 1 to 7 felt like filler, total filler. Episode 1 was 100% filler.
Can you refresh my memory, because it was a while ago? It was a while ago in the manga now.
I have, so basically it's like Class A versus Class B.
Yeah,
and it's been 8 episodes straight of Class A, Class B. The only ones I found exciting are episode 8, the one that came out a few days ago, because it's Todoroki and Ida. You know.
Yeah.
What's his hero name? Ingenium.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one whose brother died in like.
Yeah, the Speedy Boy.
Yeah.
Speedy Boy.
Ingenium.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the preview for next episode.
Ida is his hero name.
Huh?
He just went Ida because he didn't want to take his brother's name because he was
I think he did take his brother's name because in the latest
episode, he
episode,
did eventually take it. Yeah.
He was like,
he did. Okay, he eventually took it. Okay.
Yeah, because he was like, Ingenium will run anywhere to help anyone.
Okay, yeah,
and stuff like that. He took the same catchphrase.
Name
as
his brother, yeah.
And the latest episode is gonna be Bakugo versus another B class student who only got into recommendations.
Okay.
So apparently she's really powerful, but the preview shows Bakugo just blasting people all over the place. That's his fight style. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most because he's really powerful.
Yeah.
I want to see if there's anyone in Class B who can like make him feel like he's not that great.
Has there been an episode yet with the guy who can control people's when they answer to him? Has that already gone through?
Yeah, he's trying to join the hero course. He's trying to get into 1A.
Yeah, I remember in the manga that being pretty cool when he steps up, especially when
he has these things on his map that he turns and you trick
and he's wearing like
the teammates into saying.
And doesn't he have something like Aizawa's scarf now as well? He's sort of taking a bit after Aizawa.
He's like used techniques from him.
Yeah, and that's cool because Aizawa doesn't really have a particular fighting quirk, so it's cool that he's taken after him.
Yeah, it is.
You want to talk about anything that you're just watching? Because I've got like an anime that I'm watching that you're not. Well, I think you're not. But would you like to talk about that?
I got episode 4 of Vivi.
Yeah.
Fluorite's Ice Songs, which I got recommended through Giguk on his video. So.
How is it as good as he said?
I think it's harder to criticize when there's no manga because it's anime only. So there's nothing you can look at to go, oh, they didn't include this, didn't include that, or they skipped this. So I'd say I think the tags are like music, action, because there's a lot of original OSTs in it.
Okay.
And there's basically she's like android. She's an android. And they're only programmed to have one purpose, and hers is to sing to an audience, even if no one turns up, because most people don't turn up. But she doesn't have the emotions to like care about it.
Oh, okay.
And then she's this like little this thing comes from the future and warns her about what's going to happen. It's like all the androids fight the humans. Basically, it's like anime Matrix.
Oh, that's cool.
In that premise.
Yeah, what Giga said, it sounded good. Like it looked stunning. Isn't it animated by Mappa?
Yeah, it's Mappa Studios.
And they did Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan season 4, and
are they gonna?
They both
Mappa gonna do season 4 part 2?
They're gonna do season 4 part 2, yeah.
So I'm surprised with the amount of stuff they got. Like people heavily criticizing it, even though I loved it.
I thought it looked good. I do think I've started watching Jujutsu Kaisen recently. I didn't watch it last season. I recently started. Absolutely stunning. I do wish the Titans, now after seeing Jujutsu Kaisen, were hand drawn because it would have looked so good. But the CGI is still really good for the Titans. It's still great.
The thing is, in the season 4 part 1 trailer, the scene with the Warhammer Titan when she's fighting Eren.
Yeah, that's hand drawn.
It's hand drawn and it looks amazing. It looks something you'd saw in the cinema.
Mappa is generally a really good studio.
But then when you watch the actual episode that aired, it's 3D,
it's
that
CG.
whole scene. Yeah. And it looks completely different. And I swear...
It's not that it looks bad.
It
just doesn't look as good.
I thought the 2D would be easier.
It's because... It's not that it's easy, it's just it's less time. You know, you can make a CG model and then plop it in a scene. And then you don't have to... it's just easier. Because obviously you have to draw each frame. And each anime can have up to like 4,000 drawings in one episode.
Yeah.
And especially Attack on Titan with all the moving around. You know?
Yeah, do you think there's an FPS difference between the 3D and 2D?
I think they
like
could
20,
be 24.
24, yeah.
24. Yeah, anime is typically 24.
Or it might be even lower when it's intense fight scenes.
Yeah, well actually it's a bit different. So I think it's normally 24, but normally just media in general is 24, like movies are 24, TV shows are 24.
Yeah.
But I think it's either 24 or something below that. I'm gonna guess it probably depends on the anime, the studio, and it probably depends on the scene itself. Because if it's like a talking scene where it's just a face talking, you don't need it to be that, don't you? You just need... So it doesn't need to be 24 frames.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But I think what they do is they put it in and it could go up to more than 24, but they probably limit it to 24, so then it looks in place of everywhere else. Because it would look wrong if you had like 24 everywhere, and then you had 60 in you know, as a Titan running about. It'd look horrible.
Yeah. Vibing to the music.
Yeah, I've got
but you
copyright music in the background. I've got copyright music in the background. Yeah, I've got Buddy Go Senpai outro going on right now. Just having a fucking playlist.
I put that on my list, but I haven't watched it yet.
You need to. Oh, you get that right.
Only the real ones, though.
Refresh. I'm watching currently. I don't think you're watching it. I highly suggest it. It's To Your Eternity. Gig talked about it. The premise is there's a mysterious immortal being. Yeah.
You're saying it's a manga.
And I don't know if it's a manga or an anime. I haven't looked up. I've just.
Oh no, it's got an anime.
Said it was good. Yeah, To Your Eternal is great, but
it says 2020.
It's got about 6 episodes, I think.
Is that it?
5, 6. Yeah, so far it
says 20 on Mao.
Oh no, I'm saying how many are out now. There's 6 are out now, I think. It's about this like immortal being. It's basically this little ball at the start. It touches a rock, it becomes a rock, and it stays as a rock for, we don't know, could be 100 years, could be a day. Yeah. And this wolf comes over near it, and it dies on it, and it becomes the wolf. And the wolf goes over to this cabin, and everything's snowy. You know, it's all shitty, and it's barren. And there's like a dude, probably like 16, maybe our age, you know, a bit young. And he's all on his own. And the wolf, the original wolf, was that guy's dog. And the dude's like, yeah, we need to go to this sanctuary and find everyone.
What, like ReZero Sanctuary?
It's nothing like that, but it's basically just a nice place.
Yeah.
That wasn't filler. Yeah, it talks about a bit about the witches. Talks a bit about the witches, and that's. But let's not get on ReZero. I'll go on way too long about ReZero.
Okay, yeah,
But basically, cut this short. The boy follows these stones, and they are like pointing to a direction, and he's like, "Oh my god, finally, there's some sort of human life, shown." He cuts his leg, and it's freezing cold. It's constant blizzards. He's cut his leg badly, and he sees that one of them's crossed out, saying, there's nothing this way, and there's dead people on the side.
Yeah.
So he walks back home, all sad. Clearly his infection his cut is infected and he dies. But he's like, don't forget me to the dog, and the dog becomes him. And then he goes to then he just walks for like, I don't know, a while. It comes to a completely different land, and it goes from there. And it's a good show. It's the first episode's sadder than most sad anime. No, not shown. It's got some fight scenes, and it's like beautifully animated.
Fantasy or
a bit fantasy. I'd say it's fantasy, but it's more realistic fantasy. It's more just past. Like the only magical thing is one monster he fought in the latest episode, and him. Those are the only two sort of fantasy elements.
Do you know what comes out tomorrow?
Sort of more realistic. What comes out tomorrow?
The Kaguya OVA.
Fuck yeah, boy.
If you increase the budget of the tabletop club, I'll give you a cola.
That English dub one you sent me actually wasn't too bad. I didn't mind it. Like I normally when I hear English dub, I'm like, there should never be English dub of anime. It's terrible. I didn't mind that fan dub.
I think the dub of the announcer's quite funny. He comes up with some really funny lines. I think they just winged the lines. I didn't even translate it. They just.
But I'm
You've read
excited
the manga,
for that.
haven't you?
I read like one chapter after the anime, so the anime's ahead of it for me.
So I think I saw a spoiler that's in the manga for like what would appear in season 3 when it comes out.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't mind getting spoiled
because the end of season 2 finished with them still not wanting to confess. So it still ended on that.
Yeah. But what happens in season 3 then?
I don't know.
Oh, you said you saw a spoiler.
Oh, or was it? Yeah, but I have such bad memory. I have the ability to unspoil myself.
You're so lucky. As soon as I see a spoiler, I'm like, okay, I'm reading it all now.
I can delete it from the cache data.
Oh, fucking lucky. But yeah.
Yeah. Kaguya best
girl. I don't want to talk about ReZero today because I'll go on about that. What did you say?
Kaguya best girl.
Chikras. She looks cuter, and she has a cooler personality. Like she's just cool. You wouldn't get bored,
What crackhead energy? That's your term for cool. Crackhead energy.
It wouldn't be boring, would you? Like if it's like a dry day, you'd be up to.
Oh, I just realised.
Hmm?
Kaguya has a similar episode to Quintessential Quintuplets Season 2. I'll let you think of it. They have 2 similar episodes. Or Season 1 of Quintessential Quintuplets.
I have no idea what you're on about.
I'll give you a clue. It's when the 2 characters that are locked in, like a shed, outside.
Oh, yeah.
Because Futaro gets locked
wasn't
in.
it?
Futaro gets locked in with Ichika. And obviously he gets locked in with Kaguya, Shirogane.
Yeah. That's season 2, I think.
Yeah, that's season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
I don't even know how I don't know how they got stuck in Kaguya. Lovers Hall.
There was like they closed the door. It's a sliding door.
Yeah.
And there was like a stick in the way. Like a stick went in the bit so they couldn't like pull it.
That was a strong. That's not a stick. That's a whole branch.
Yeah.
Stick.
Or maybe they're both just incredibly weak. It's anime. Sometimes they like just making their characters really fucking weak because they can't even just open a door. Oh fuck yeah! ReZero opening in the background. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least for me. But, oh my neck!
If I have to open something, I'll have to open up my phone because.
Yeah, you don't want to get anything up on it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Fucking hell. I need to close the thing of Mao. Okay, so.
Okay, yeah.
Should we go on the infamous subject of that one anime? That Giga Clubs that we sometimes talk about.
Does it begin with E?
12-year-old Sagiri.
I'm out of water. You can do.
You know, it's an old anime, and why not get it
What
out
year
in the
was it?
first episode? Well, I'll have a look.
I think it was 2018 if I'm just to randomly guess off the top of my head.
It was when we were at college, wasn't it?
I think it's one of those ones it's just not gonna get a season 2. It's just one of those anime.
2017 spring.
Oh, I guess 2018. I didn't watch it in 2017 though. I waited till like. I didn't wait.
I think the score's too low. It should be a 10. It's a 6.45.
I'm not surprised. Giga called it trash.
It's one of the trashy shows out there, but it's. Remember
Citrus,
when we
on the
searched
other
up?
hand.
Citrus is an anime for men of culture.
It is.
Like Eremonk Sensei, everyone knows of. It's
There's
Citrus.
people that can speak 10 languages, and then there's guys who watch Citrus.
Yeah, like Eremonk Sensei, you know that's a trashy show, but Citrus, it's the trash
It
that
had a good
Eremonk
opening.
Sensei's in.
What was the ending?
The ending was good. I remember you learning that guitar, and like putting it into the Discord ages ago.
Oh, it was ages ago.
Yeah, ages and ages ago. We wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to find it, but it was great.
It was. I gave it.
Yeah,
a 10.
Give it. Yeah,
I
isn't
gave it
it
a
like one
10
of the
on
only
that.
ones you've rated?
I've rated like around
Like 5.
10 or so.
I've rated all of them. I'm gonna try and look for my lowest rated. Oh, I know what it is. It's School Days. Have you watched School Days?
No, I'm not going to. It's got.
You need to binge it. You need to binge it.
What's that one
So
with
bad.
the English ghost stories? The one they dubbed in English.
Ghost Stories.
And they
Apparently that's
based-
great.
Apparently, the Japanese literally told whoever's dubbing it to like do what you want. They said do what you want. Because if you listen to this, it's not directly translated at all. I don't think.
No. It's
Straight
not
up.
close.
Straight up.
What I've
just
heard is the sub
free for
is
all.
like a really shitty anime. It's just really shit. But I've heard the dub is just hilarious. So it's like one of the only animes to watch dubbing.
I'm trying to think of a dub that's like acceptable because it's funny.
I've heard Cowboy Bebop's a good dub,
Hmm.
but that's not funny. That's apparently just good.
I'm trying to think of like a.
High School DxD. That's one of the best dubs out there. Can I suck on them titties?
What, that scene when he's running on the track, like track and field, and she's cycling behind him.
I wish,
Do you remember that one?
I wish that seat was my face.
It's like, holy crap! I wish that seat was my face. As he's like as he's just running.
I had my friend around and I was making a joke. He had Crunchyroll up on my PlayStation. I was scrolling, and I went on High School DxD and he just went, Season 2, Episode 7. And I was like, okay. And it was the beach episode. You know, or the pool episode. He's watched it like 10 times. He knows every episode. And
Does
the
he, like,
numbers
know the
off
script?
by heart. Yeah. He could probably like know what they're saying in Japanese, not even looking at the screen. Or with subs off. He probably just knows.
Here's the captions.
Oh, he's just. Issei is one of the most down bad people out there, but I think there's someone who's a bit more down bad.
Down astronomically.
I think guy from Rent a Girlfriend's more down bad.
He's down bad, and then there's he's 6 feet under. He's in a grave. He's not just down bad. He's underground. Did you see that post?
He
that
rented a girlfriend.
there was a post that or a YouTube video that said how much he spent in season 1.
Mm.
It was like
Wasn't
2,000,
it like $2,000?
just over $2,000 in
Like-
$2,000.
Yeah, USD. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be more.
Like,
I thought it was
I
gonna
thought it'd be in the
maybe-
20,000.
No, not that high, obviously in dollars, but I thought it was going to be
I
around
wouldn't be
3
surprised.
to 3,500 maybe.
And I might go to Japan and rent me a girlfriend. It ain't actually that expensive, you know.
You're just as down bad as what's his name?
Yeah, I
Kazuya.
know. I know I'm down bad. At least I admit it. Look at that. Look at that. Of course I'm down bad.
I mean, that was a gift, so
It was a gift, but I wasn't against it.
a gift from God.
Oh, fucking Astolfo, man. I haven't watched Fate ever. I've never even clicked on a Fate, and I have like I have an Astolfo figure, and I have
There's
that.
no there's no timeline. It's just
It's like a
It's like a
squiggly line.
spider web, and you've got to guess.
It's like cursive Russian. Have you seen cursive Russian?
No.
Oh, I need to.
Oh, I think I've seen it. It's just every letter looks the same. Your phone screen might appear like really, really blurry, but hopefully it shouldn't. It should be fine.
That's cursive Russian.
Now that's doctors, like texting
That's-
them. You need to buy this, and it's just whatever.
It's just a squiggly line, and I don't. Doctors are weird. But we're not even on anime anymore. Fucking
No.
hell.
We're on the
What would you say is your favorite anime? Completely favorite anime, like out of every anime ever.
I've never answered that because I haven't got one.
Is it Eromanga Sensei?
No, it's
are you
not.
Are you that scared?
It's not Aramanga. I don't know. I don't know which one's had the biggest impact on me. I was just scrolling through my mail and look.
Fucking Eromanga. I would say my favorite anime.
Yeah.
It's probably ReZero. It's the only anime I've rated 10 out of 10 on each season, and each OVA, and
This is where the arguments start because I didn't. I know this is like a typical thing to say, but ReZero is mid. Bruh.
How is it mid?
The plot is just. I think.
The world building's great. The characters are amazing. The music's fucking stunning.
The music's
You know,
good,
it's
yeah.
just-
I'll give it that.
There's nothing bad about ReZero.
I think you only
The
like
only
it
thing
'cause
bad
it's
about
got
it is
a
how-
one trap. It's got a trap.
I
Do you
don't. That's not even my favorite character that I'd want
Do you
to have
remember that
sex
video that said traps are a dying breed? Bring them back. It's like there's
with.
not
They
many.
need. We need more. We need more.
You had
But-
you have like the big three: Hidori, Astolfo, and Felix. So I'd say there's the big three.
There's the big three. Yeah.
I can't really think
But-
of many others.
To be honest, yeah, same.
There's
but
reverse
ReZero
traps.
is
They're even more rare.
great. Yeah, there are less reverse traps.
I've
by
never
a
watched
lot
an anime with a
these
reverse
days.
trap. I don't think
I probably have, but it's probably not on my mouth because I would have forgotten about it. I know Persona 4 has a reverse trap, so haha. I
course
can
it does.
connect anything to Persona. Don't worry, you know.
Oh, do you know what comes out soon? Well, I think in a
What?
few months. Kobayashi
What
Dragon
comes
Maid
out?
Season 2. Long awaited.
Ooh.
Konosuba
Guess
Season
what
3.
comes out? Konosuba Season 3 needs to come out today. I can't wait any longer.
Companies come out now.
Yeah, right fucking now. Stop this podcast. I can Konosuba 3.
That's all that matters.
It's just, the movie is
Season-
great.
The seasons, season 1 and 2, are only 10 episodes. There weren't even 12. So it's 20 episodes
Yeah.
for anything that
can't-
is in a film. I don't know why it wasn't 12. There's a lot of manga material.
Yeah,
So
it's
I don't
not
know
like...
why, I don't know why it was 12 limited to. Sorry, 10 limited to
Who
10.
do you think he would end up with?
Mega Man.
But there's...
Because I got spoiled in the
What-
manga. I didn't read it, but I saw someone post about it, and
Yeah, I've seen the thing of them
it's
in the bed
obvious.
together.
It's obvious from
before,
like season
yeah.
2 at least.
Fucking lolicon.
Explain how getting in the bath with me makes you mean lolicon. Yamino!
Yamano! Itai! I'm not watching that.
It basically
Itai,
is
my
the
God.
the Japanese word for like it hurts, isn't it?
Well, Itai is it hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't say bitter in Japanese though. You get fucked over here.
Don't type in. What was it? It was in
Bitter.
Italian, and it comes out like a mugger.
Oh. I can't remember now, but
There's a-
it was
there's
like
a-
a Muggus, yeah.
There's a Pokemon called Amogus. It's like Amoogus. Amoongus or something.
Fucking Among Us. Oh my! It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere. I bet you, if I look on this, if I look on my water bottle well enough, there'll be an Among Us. There isn't actually an Among Us on it.
Speaking of Among Us.
Oh my
Among
God.
Us.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
You should have got the red one. You should have got the red fucking
Nah,
imposter.
blue's my favorite colour, so I just got blue.
Oh, okay. God, no wonder you and me have differences with best girls. Red's my favorite color, and they're the complete opposite on the spectrum.
I think we should talk about quintessential quintuplets.
You really don't go on that subject because this is gonna be a 2-hour podcast.
Do our podcast. No, but
Okay. What do you want to talk
I
about?
was a Yotsu bro from episode 1.
You know what? When Nino first showed up, I was like, yeah, her. I don't.
Even when she
I've
was an
always
ass.
I've always been into yanderes. Not yanderes, tsunderes.
She's not a
Always been
tsundere.
into tsunderes.
She's like, but
Yes,
she's like a mix of
she
the...
started off as a tsundere. And that's, wow. She didn't even like him at all, but like, I liked it. Because it's the closest out of all of them to tsundere.
What gets me is, you know the episode where they're fighting over the TV remote?
Yeah.
Is Miku
What
and
about
Nino fighting over the TV remote, right?
Hmm.
And with the amount of money they're given, they don't have TVs in their room on the wall. They
Yeah, they
share
can
one
just get
They
a
share
TV.
one downstairs, and they don't even like sharing it. Like when you have that much money, you
Yeah.
don't need to share.
Yeah. I like how their dad's Levi. I think that's pretty cool.
He's like Levi, but when he's like 55, not 40. He shifted
Levi in
into
10
another
years.
anime.
Oh. But
So who was one of the girls that liked him from like season 1?
I mean, I could say manga spoilers. But
Everyone's been spoiled.
okay, well, Yotsuba liked him, straight away. Because she liked him when they were kids. So,
But how? Do you think the second they met in the current timeline, like in episode 1 when the anime starts, do you think she knew it was him straight away? That was that.
Yeah, she did in the manga. She's like, "Oh, it's you." When she's like, when I think they did it in the anime too. When when she first meets him in the lunch place, and she's like in his face when he's like looking at cards or whatever.
How would you
Yeah,
know?
she's
'Cause the difference between how you look when you're that young and now, if you haven't seen someone in that whole period of time, I don't think you'd know. I think.
And he dyes his hair black now as well, so he has a completely different hair.
It's blue, isn't it?
Remember when he was a kid, it was blonde, and it's like a bluish black. It's anime, so it's more of a black. That's in real life, that'd just be black.
So if his hair was still blonde currently, he'd have to dye a lot because it would come through. It would show.
Probably dyes it like this is a while, and look, I'm going brown already.
Yeah,
So,
like if you don't keep applying it, it's gonna eventually go over.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we gonna ignore the fact that how Nino cutting her hair changes her personality? Because the second she like,
it's weird. I guess maybe women do that. I don't know.
having that length of
not-
hair is
I'm
probably
not
just
a woman.
annoying in general.
Well, I have long hair. Not as long as hers, but this ain't
Obviously, yeah.
annoying. Wow, it's obnoxious at times.
Is it like thin or?
Well, my hair.
Yeah, it can be long, but
It's thick as fuck.
okay, that must be annoying.
It's very annoying. Like when I brush it,
Because I've never
like that,
had.
I've already come across
I've never had
There you go.
hair long enough that it
Uh,
starts like flopping down that much. But like,
Yeah, it's just this is like 2 years worth of growth. This is I haven't had a haircut since college, since I got kicked out.
is it itchy?
No.
No.
If you have itchy hair, you probably have damaged hair.
Fair enough. I got the Connie look. It's
Yeah,
growing a bit more now. It's getting longer.
When you first cut it, you look like Connie with glasses.
Yeah, I was Connie. This is like, it's gone from like that to that in like what?
It's going pretty
A
quick.
month? A month?
Yeah. Basically, you cut it around the time we started watching shit. So basically, the start of the season.
Yeah, like what was that?
Well, I think it's about 6 to 7 episodes, right? So about 7 weeks ago. So a month and a half, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So a while ago. So it's growing quite fast.
What about seasonal anime that we haven't bothered watching?
Well, this season or any.
This season?
Okay, let me have a look at Mao. Tokyo Revengers. I haven't watched that.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what it's about. Something in Tokyo. If
You know
if
we're watching the good ones when one of the first two are the ones we chose on the top of the list.
we chose the better. Like, of course, Nagatoro is going to be big. I've seen Nagatoro like panels on in memes and that for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that anime where the girl can't speak. That looks good.
Komi-san
Isn't
can't
that coming
communicate.
out October?
I'm not sure. I haven't even watched a trailer, but I know it's
Oh,
just
you
gonna
haven't
be
watched the trailer?
it's just gonna be like a slice of life kind of
Yeah,
chill.
but slice bear coin's best.
Yeah, I mean it kind of gets saturated a bit because there's so
That's
many of them.
true.
And they
Yeah,
start
but
like
it's
merging
nice
into each other. Like if you look at the plots, it's mostly always involves a school.
It's always school. That's why Rent a Girlfriend's actually pretty good because it's college, isn't it? Or a university? I can't remember. I think it's
There's
college,
not a lot, not a lot of learning going on.
No, definitely not. But it's set around there. Why is Ruka best girl? Like, what makes her best girl to you?
Okay, so basically, tomboy.
Yeah. That is nice. Yeah. Is that it? is that the reason?
It's the personality.
But overbearing.
What's it? What?
Overbearing.
What do you mean?
You know, like she just, she's constantly asking for attention, constantly.
Yeah, someone said that would be, in the long run, apparently that would be hard to deal with, or it would be annoying.
Yeah, it'd be absolutely annoying it would be great in the first month maybe, but as someone and you play games too, you'd get pissed off because you want to play games.
Kazuya isn't having it from the get-go. He's like, he runs away and stuff, doesn't he?
I'd say Sumi's best girl. Like she wouldn't be annoying. She's all cute and shy, but if I could imagine if you
why
get
that's the job she wants to do. If she
no, it makes no sense.
Maybe it's just money. Don't know.
Money's good, who doesn't like money?
Unless, do you reckon that whole thing's an act and we just don't know yet? That could be the.
I don't think it's an act
that could be a request that people go on the app for. Like they want to.
Yeah, but she's like really unpopular apparently.
Why?
Because she's all shy and that, and people want to have people who like hold their hands.
Oh yeah, you have the review. You have the reviews. The review.
Yeah, and hers aren't good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think she's cute. I think if you get to know her, she'd probably be nice. She, quite a lot of the time, shy people, at least in real life, are normally the best people to get to know because they're normally less annoying. More nice, more wholesome. Because normally if you talk to someone who's all like really, really outgoing, they're normally a bit up themselves.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying Ruka or anyone else is in that. Well, I think Mimi is. Mimi is definitely up herself. I fucking hate that bitch.
I'd say there's a parallel between Ruka and Yotsuba.
Yeah?
Besides the hair length, it's like they're both a bit eccentric.
Both a bit crazy. Yeah.
Outgoing.
I can definitely see that. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's your type, at least with anime girls.
It literally is.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Oh, that's fair enough.
And you want to be stuck. And you what? It's true.
Sumi wouldn't step on me, Nino definitely would.
There's a huge difference between Nino and Sumi. You're all over the place.
Fine, okay. How about ask me my best girls from animes that we both watched, that I've watched, and I'll tell you what I think best girls from that.
Konosuba.
Qua.
Who?
Aqua.
I thought you said Qua. I was like, who's that?
No, Aqua.
The 100% like the most popular one is like Mega Man. They got a ranking, and it was like Mega Man 1, Aqua second, Darkness third, and then like poor what's her name? Poor Yunya. Just no friends.
Okay. What about you in Konosuba? It's gonna be Mega Man, isn't it? Why do I hear sirens?
Kind of a sus question, with a sus answer.
Okay, how about something where they're more older looking?
What do you mean? Oh,
like an anime where they're more older looking.
None of them. There's no. They're either 12 or 50. There's no in between.
Okay, let me look at my list. No, let me look at your list, and I will say I'll say the anime and then see what I think is best go.
I might not have an answer for all of them, but you can have a look at it.
Okay.
Do you remember that Mal profile with like 5,000?
500 days.
500 straight days.
That's a year and 3 months of anime straight.
It literally is.
Fuck me.
I like how quintessential.
How about ReZero? Who's best girl on ReZero to you?
Rem.
Mine is the witch. Mine's Satella. The witch that looks like Amelia.
Oh yeah, Estella.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Satella. Satella.
Satella. Oh, no, it's Echidna, isn't it?
No, Echidna's the witch of greed.
That is the one that looks like.
No, witch of
is it?
jealousy is the one that witch of jealousy is the one that looks like Amelia. Yeah. Yeah, witch of greed, man. She's like a proper simp. She would never cheat on you.
Yeah.
Especially saying hi, Stellu. That shit is never said in Japan. That is. Not even married couples say that. She wouldn't. No, hi, Stellu is apparently like creepy, to be honest.
Do you think there's actually Ruka and Yotsuba don't have any similarities to Kage, do they?
Not particularly.
So I kind of switched it up a bit. You think You think it would be Chika, wouldn't you? If you look at the other two.
If you look at the other two, yeah, Chika would be the choice.
I think she's just loud in a bad way.
Yo, okay, who do you think's best go on Lucky Star? I haven't watched it, so he's gonna be arrested.
The one with the blue hair. Like the main character.
Okay.
I don't know the name. This was years ago.
Man, it can't believe it.
Why'd you choose that one?
What?
Why'd you choose that one?
Weird. This is weird. Like, fucking Lucky Star. Fine, what's best go on SEO? The best actor. My favorite anime. Don't look at my. I've only watched season 1 and 2.
What's her name? The one who slaps him in like season 2. She's got the blue.
Xenon.
The one with the sniper.
Yeah, Xenon, the blue head one.
But when she's in real life, she's like mid.
What? Okay.
And then Asuna looks exact same.
Asuna's just
Asuna.
I think best girl would be the pink haired one.
Nah, it's Kirito with the long hair. It's track Kirito.
He ain't bad looking.
Actually, a revert. Would it? No, that wouldn't be a reverse. No,
that'd be straight up. He's just straight up a trap because it's a male character.
Didn't change his voice as well, because if you talk to your normal voice, there's no way you trick anyone.
Of course you've watched this.
What are you looking at now?
Do you love your mum? Of course you watched.
It was recommended by none other than Gigik himself, okay? Is that the one at the bottom? Is it at the bottom?
Yeah, it's at the bottom. It's got a 5.5. That's one of the worst rated things I've ever.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I just forced myself to watch it. It was so bad. It was so bad. It's like it's like Konosuba but lower.
It just sounds creepy, to be honest.
Oh, Tonikaku Kawaii.
That's so good. That's so.
What was really funny is when I started watching it, I saw they commented on it and they referred to it as Christian propaganda because they get married straight away. So accurate.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to get married, but it actually made me want to sort of get married one day. I was like, this is nice. I wouldn't mind this one day.
She was 16 when they get married, and he was like.
He said 17. 17.
He was 17, wasn't he?
And he was 18. Because she says. I
thought there's no way you could get.
I
thought there's no way you could get an office job like him at 17 in Japan. Straight up like a salary.
He's really smart, isn't he?
He's straight up a salary man at like 17. Oh yeah, he's really smart.
Yeah, he's really smart. Oh no, he should be 18. He should be.
Yeah, cause they wouldn't hire you, I don't think.
He got married and he didn't need to get his parents' permission, so he's 18. She's 17. He's a year old.
Get her parents' permission.
Yeah,
and you never.
She's 17.
Oh wait, no, you do see them. I forgot. It was like near the end.
No, you don't see her parents. You don't see her parents.
Oh no, you see his parents near the end.
Yeah, you see his parents. Yeah. Yeah, I recently watched it.
I know the manga's ended and it will all be cleared up, but apparently she's like a moon spirit or something.
Yeah, she might be like Kaguya, the Princess Kaguya.
Yeah, something like that. She's straight up not a human or something.
I was like, when they were explaining it in the first episode, I was like, I've fucking watched Love is War, I know this.
Love is War is so good.
Love is War is one of the greatest comedy animes.
And the intros didn't miss. They didn't.
Oh, dammy do.
What was the second one? No, that was the second one. The first
That was the second one. The first one is Love is War, Love is War,
Oh, yeah.
Love is War.
Have you seen the singer? He's a Chad. The guy who does the
let me
singing.
touch up.
He like wears sunglasses, and that if you watch him live on YouTube, it sounds the same as a studio. He's an absolute Chad. Chad singer.
Singer.
He wears sunglasses and has like a mustache. He just looks really cool.
Is that him? Oh fuck.
Turn your brightness down a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really. Just look at him. He's cool.
Yo,
He's
I like his beard.
He's got the aviators on.
Yeah, you look at fucking. He's got some. I haven't said this word in years, and I don't like saying it. But he's got swag.
Swag.
He's got swag.
What's like
God, I feel like
what's like a newer word for that if you don't want to use swag? Pog.
The drip. I don't know. He's got the drip.
He's got the
You know,
drip.
he's got the aviators and all that.
Are you gonna watch the upcoming Dragon Ball movie? Got announced, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go because it's next year, so hopefully cinemas will be open.
What in the timeline is it? Is it current or is
No
it,
idea.
is it
No
like-
idea because
is it
the manga.
Is it just put somewhere in the middle somewhere?
Well, so the Broly movie, the one that came out, the last thing other than Dragon Ball Heroes show, and the Dragon Ball Hero show isn't canon one bit, it's a promotional anime for the game. It was, I think it was 2018 when it came out, or 2019, and it was set right after the Tournament of Power, and that's when Super ended. And this one, I don't know when it's set because the manga has carried on after it. It's the manga's set after the Broly movie. So this could be set after the manga, or it could be set in between the time of the Broly movie and the latest, the previous, thing. I don't know. I don't know what's set. Oh, what did you send me?
Yeah.
It's gonna be long. It's gonna be long.
Yes, I don't know actually what it's. I don't know what it's at. Like,
Is there any way you can check? When did we start?
I'll have to press escape and it will like. Yeah.
Didn't it start about 11ish? It's about half midnight
No, I think
now.
because I was messing with the settings to get it right. I think it was 11:20 around.
So we've been doing about an hour.
That should be about an hour.
Yeah. So would you like to wrap up soon then?
Just a bit more about the quintessential quintuplets.
Okay, okay. What do you want to talk about with the quintessential quintuplets?
Ichika fans. No, not Ichika. Itsuki fans. Favorite ice cream flavors vanilla.
Vanilla. They love vanilla mochi.
They're on Word. They leave it on time. They leave it on the default Times New Roman, font 12. Probably drive a Nissan, Honda.
No, an Audi, a shitty Audi, because Audi is everywhere. Come on, you got
2000 Audi. Diesel.
Yeah.
It's always the diesel ones.
A diesel, yeah, it's a diesel. It's done a good like 1,000. It's done like 1,000,000 miles. 200,000 miles, yeah. Okay.
That's when people like to scrap a car. If
Yeah,
it lasts that long.
They don't care. They don't.
Do you want
they
to
don't
rank them? You rank it, and then I'll rank it.
Okay. So,
I know. I'm pretty sure I know what yours is.
No.
Mhm.
Yotsuba.
Mhm.
Miku.
Mhm.
Ichika.
You're putting her before Itsuki.
She has some substance. She has some substance.
There is
She
a
may be
redemption arc.
Yeah, there's a
Which is like
redemption
2
arc.
episodes long.
And hey, her hairstyle's cool.
It is.
But looks aren't everything, so that's why everyone else is above. And Ichiki, she's not bad. She's just there's no substance to her.
Vanilla. Stock
Vanilla,
settings.
literally. So what about you?
Yotsuba.
Mm.
Miku and Nino, but it like switches randomly.
Oh, okay, it fluctuates, yeah.
But I think it's more Miku. And then Ichika and Itsuki. So we're the same, besides.
Yeah, just the top one, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Gotsuba. That's all I need
When
to
I-
say.
When I first watched it, I was like, he's probably gonna end up with Miku. When I first watched it, I liked her,
The
but
show,
it was like
the show sets it up in a way as if it's literally shouting in your face that it's gonna be until you get to the bell scene. That's obvious.
Yeah.
Because you can hear Yotsuba's voice a tiny bit.
If you listen to it like 3 times, boom, you'll know who it is.
Yeah,
Or you can
like
just
if you
go on
there was a
line
YouTuber
and
who
look
replayed
into
it. I don't know who it was. They replayed it, and if you listen very carefully, you can hear the voice actor because they have like they have the iconic voice.
Yeah, it's like like a little trip.
They could have just not included any sound at all, and it would have been much harder.
Yeah, but if people who don't want to be spoiled, they wouldn't have listened to it multiple times. It's only people who want to know.
How did the wig not come on? Wigs aren't that strong. They're really.
Maybe they have some have clips in them.
It must have been super glue.
Bruh, they really don't want their granddad find out, do they?
She fell over. It even if it didn't come off, it would have moved a bit.
Yeah, it would have been like, it would have ended up looking like that or something, or like that.
So the wigs couldn't have been that good.
No, they look like
a wig is a wig.
Hair.
Yeah. Speaking of wigs,
like a wig looks like. Yeah, wig. Yeah.
Very funny.
I've heard that since fucking year 1.
How do you feel about? What do you think about my surname? It's easy to make a joke.
It's just, I think yours sounds cool, to be honest.
Thanks.
Yeah, and it's spelt differently to the actual word.
Did you see that meme where it was like, next generation of kids gonna be named after anime characters?
Yo, if I ever have kids, I don't want kids. But if I ever do, I'm gonna call my first kid, if it's a boy, I'm gonna call it Kirito. I don't even like SEO, but this is gonna keep me away from having kids.
Do you want that child to get bullied for the rest of their life?
Yes, I don't like kids.
Or maybe he'll become a Giga Chad.
Giga Chad? He could be. Or he could be the embodiment of real life Kirito. So he's like, I'm a beta. He's just edgy. He's like, I'm a beta tester. And he's like, oh my god.
I don't really get any edgy energy from Kirito.
Really? I found first season, maybe first few episodes.
Okay, the fact that he wears all black that's a giveaway for what, like, straight giveaway.
But yeah, it's not edgy. Like, there's way more edgier characters out there.
Yeah.
In anime.
There are.
Yeah. I don't really get any vibes from Kirito, to be honest. He's sort of a really bland.
Do you want to know one of the most edgy popular ones?
What?
Eren.
Yeah, but Eren's cool.
I'm becoming so much like Eren Yeager. It's scary. Guys will turn 20 and choose one of the personalities.
I love that fucking meme.
And it's just like,
it's like Eren,
Yagami, Eren.
Egan Yeager.
Yeah, I just messed up there.
Oh, I start like crazy, so don't worry. But Eren, I think Eren wasn't the best protagonist in the first few seasons. I didn't hate him by any means. I thought, like, the world itself, like in season 1 at least, Eren wasn't too interesting. I'd say the world of Attack on Titan and the other characters were more interesting, but then after like season 2 and 3, and especially 4, Eren became an actual interesting character.
Yeah.
It's just season 1 he was a bit meh. He wasn't bad.
No, he just wasn't.
He just isn't as good as what he's become.
Yeah,
Ishiyama's definitely learned from the first few chapters, at least, or first few volumes. I mean, you haven't seen, but I've got his first. I have the second volume of the manga,
yeah.
And obviously I've been reading it for years. His art has got so much better. Like with quite a lot of mangas, they can start years ago.
A good example of that is of them improving over time. Is a guy did One Punch Man. If you see like the part 1. It's like
it's like squiggles.
Yeah, it's like squiggles, and then you get to like current,
and
they're
it looks
really good.
Yeah, but do I have the book over here? No, I think it's on a different shelf. But basically, Ishiyama's he never really thought he's good. I think, like, compared to how I draw, even his first ever drawing of Attack on Titan's good. It's not good compared to most mangas, but. Now what it's become, it's stunning.
The reason why Attack on Titan exists, or the inspiration, is Isayama seeing like drunk people after work late at night. That's the only reason that Attack on Titan exists. Drunk people.
I know that he based the walls of his town because his town was surrounded with trees, so it looked like walls.
I just thought it was Germany because it's meant to be Germany.
It's Germany, yeah. So the character's German. The country
Jäger, that's a German surname.
Yeah, the country, the character's German, but the country itself is actually Madagascar. If you look at the map,
you flip them out. Yeah, I've seen that.
Mali is actually Africa, and then Mali's on the coast of Africa.
But would it be the same temperature as Madagascar? Because it doesn't look all that too hot.
Because it snows sometimes there. Well, it's the geography is like that. Maybe it's set. Maybe it could be set 100 years in the future. I don't know.
Because when you flip the map, it's in the northern hemisphere, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you got the mainland, which is here, and then Paradise is like up here. But
Yeah,
it's
kind
not
of,
that close
yeah.
from the water.
No.
It's not like way out in the middle of nowhere.
No, it's sort of very similar to the distance of Madagascar and Africa.
Yeah, it's quite close. You could go down.
Yeah.
A little boat would make
by
it.
a boat. Yeah, by a boat. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Quintessential Quintuplets movie. Everyone's saying it's going to be rushed as hell because they got
It's gonna be rushed.
It's like 50.
But the
I think
the
someone said
manga
like,
was rushed.
so at the end of season 2, like, there's not much conclusion going on.
No,
Unless
not much.
Obviously, it's going to be Yotsuba, but if you didn't know who that was doing the bell, you haven't really got much info, have you?
No, not at all. I mean, you know that Yotsuba is the
bride.
judge friend, like they say that she is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that he's gonna.
She has the first confession, but then she says like it's a joke. Because when she's leaning over him, she's like, "Just kidding."
Yeah.
But that's like foreshadowing 101.
Yeah, literally, it was a rushed ending. I'm not, even though Nino's my favorite, I'm not upset that Yotsuba won because she's second, and it makes sense. She's the nicest, to be honest, out of all of them from the start. I just think the way they did it was just really rushed. It was just like.
Some people said it was lazy.
Yeah, there was. He had like 5-6 chapters of the same day, just from different people's perspectives, and it was just to spread out time.
Apparently,
basically.
I watched a YouTuber who was talking about how many interactions he has with each girl. And the fact that he ends up with the Yotsuba makes no sense because his interactions with her are very minimal compared to the other ones. It's like it was like a few chapters or something towards the end that he spends with her, and then suddenly he confesses. And the reason he confesses is he just says like it's because she's nice or something, and she helped him through bad times. And then the guy in the video,
so she kept him up, basically.
Yeah, and then the guy in the video said, "Well, all the girls did that.
Yeah,
they all did that at an equal level, if not more."
I hope they don't change the ending too much, but I hope they do.
I think it's going to be
improve
but they might change a few scenes, but the ending's going to be the same, I reckon.
I hope they change that scene. I hope they take away something. I'm not going to say it because it's a big spoiler. Because it was just so rushed that there's no point doing it. They don't need to add it.
I went online and read the last few chapters, so I've probably seen.
It's about the real dad.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Okay, yeah, so I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
But it was just so rushed. It was just
Levi,
so rushed.
It's not Levi.
No, he's like
it's not canon.
Really young. But it's canon.
Did they ever say what the mum dies of?
Ligma.
Nah, she dies of Bofa. No, for real, what did she die of?
I have no idea. They just say she died.
That's A-star writing. How did she die? Death.
She just died.
Cause of death. Died.
Yeah, I don't think they explain it. I guess we don't really need to know. It's not.
Hidden law.
Let's just say AIDS.
AIDS.
I don't know. Something bad, that kills people. Maybe it could be just the flu. People die of the flu.
Oh no, it's like that typical anime thing where the mother always dies. She has like the hair braided to one side. Oh, and you have like a few examples. Erin's mum, she had the dies early haircut.
She had the head. Yeah.
Die early starter pack, and it's like the hair. The only example I can think was Erin's mum, but I don't know what the other ones were. There were like a few. Oh, it was Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh,
His
yeah,
mum,
yeah.
She had the same hairstyle.
Oh, Attack on Titan's so confusing. So the last volume comes out soon. So the chapters.
Wait, what?
You know what volumes are. No, so you know volumes, yeah? They're just chapters combined into one.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
basically, big chapters are in magazines, sort of like the best thing to say is Garfield, because you can buy books of Garfield, can't you? But they show up in newspapers.
Give me
Well,
a lasagna, John.
Basically, the last volume is coming out, and we're getting extra panels. I've seen some of the leaked ones, and it just makes the ending even more confusing and convoluted. So that's a bit annoying. I don't hate the ending, by the way. I think it's actually not too bad, but there is some problems.
I'd say more people didn't like it than liked it, based off what
I
comments I saw.
thought you need to look at the true meaning behind it to actually, instead of just read. Some people just read it and go, okay, that's the
I
ending.
saw a lot. I'm
There's
not going to
nothing
mention it, but I saw a lot of memes based on one particular thing that happens to Eren, and everyone was just making fun of it. And it was I'll try to say it without really saying it. It's like, I saw Eren in real life in the sky.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like, oh look, guys, just met Eren. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
I always knew that was going to happen because there's so much foreshadowing with that type of animal in Attack on Titan that I was like, there's gonna be something to do with symbolism with that. Like, it symbolizes freedom. The wings of freedom are wings.
Yeah, the cape they have, wings of freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ending's not bad. It's not good though. It's not. But the series, it doesn't ruin the series. So I'd say Attack on Titan is still an absolutely great manga and anime. It's just the ending ain't too great, but it hasn't ruined anything. It just isn't a good ending.
I don't feel like the ending is smooth. It's like a car crash ending. He just puts the brakes and says, "I'm gonna wrap this up." Apparently, he got tired of being known only for Attack on Titan and all that. He wanted to end it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing his next manga, to be honest.
He straight up admitted, like in an interview, that once he finished it, he's gonna open a hot springs.
He said he was going to open a hot spring, and then he was going to have the water as the tears of the fans.
Yeah, someone's like, he just wants us to suffer. That's his...
But there's an official spa with official art from Attack on Titan, so it actually might be. He might actually own one.
He can put his own.
You get a ton of money from that in Japan because some houses don't have baths.
I reckon he's already made enough money that he's happy. He doesn't have to.
Oh, he Attack on Titan's one of the biggest animes in the last few years.
Like the amount of merch.
He's minted.
He's minted.
Yeah, minted.
Do you think season 4 part 2 is I think it's going to be 16 episodes like the first one. Do you think it's going to be rushed, or 16 a decent amount?
I think you could fit 60. I think you could fit in.
Imagine if they pulled the quintessential quintuplets and shoved a movie as part 2.
That would be terrible. That would be so bad. They couldn't do a movie. They could do maybe 2 or 3 movies, but they couldn't do a movie.
If there was a crowd fund for quintessential quintuplets season 3 to be 12 episodes, how much would you contribute?
Too much.
Personally,
a good 2 months worth of the money I get.
I was getting so hopeful there was going to be a series, and when I heard the official news that it was a film, I was disappointed.
I was happy that we're at least getting something.
Yeah,
because you said we weren't getting anything.
We could just straight up never get season 3, but
it's upsetting. But imagine how crisp that animation's going to look. Imagine how good that soundtrack's going to be. It's gonna because they'll have more time, they'll have more money, they'll have like a 12-season budget for technically one episode.
If you see a McDonald's in the background, you know where they've got the sponsor money from. Burger Bing.
Burger Bing.
Burger Bing.
What would Hungry Jack's, Burger King be called if it was in an anime? If they were an anime character and they went to fucking Australia, would it be like Bangry Hacks or some shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's I don't fucking know.
Do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, sure. It's getting late, to be honest, for us. We should have recorded this earlier.
Actually, yeah, we should have.
It's mine. I blame Minecraft. We'll play Minecraft, then we play GeoGuessr.
GeoGuessr. Part 2 soon?
Part 2 soon, and then I think next podcast we should probably have a guest on, right?
I think my friend wanted to he wanted to be a guest on GeoGuessr.
Oh, he wants to be a guest on GeoGuessr, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I think we talked about everything we wanted to so far.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week, basically.
Yeah, see you guys next week.
Have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
/night, wherever you are.
Yeah, wherever you fucking are. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Generally, that or comment. Say what you think about the episode.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.
Bye bye.